Hello, YouTube. I just want to state, a very, positive and mixed message before we get to the video, because this is, a compilation of, the good things that have been happening, as far as not just my body, but my mind and spirit, also journey. You have to recognize it in a reality show. So, I'm just gonna get to the chase. I'm gonna adjust this camera angle. Um, this, all right, is it's out there. I really really like this out there. This one with this video, a good based video. The star for today. So the main places I go to get buck is the lake. I go to Quarry Lakes. Every now and then. Plant fitness. My own personal workout routine. Now, I'm somebody who's been through a phase, and I love my fallen uncle, Cremo, and I've been through a phase where I flipped the message, from junior high, where it came to Amish like Mob Psycho 100, the Promise Neverland, etc. This shit looking down on Robert, but you still can't call it out. So what I did was I did subs, and what subs did was they contributed to Drip 2. So who's Drip 2 in time, Lily? So if you haven't been noticing, do you know who Kiss Zap is? Kiss Zap literally was somebody who was threatening, very threatening in 2021, and I'm not afraid to say it because today, literally, I'm known for literally being associated, with bands. I know that doesn't make like Kiss and Michael Jackson. It does make sense, but people don't want to admit that I already said what was crazy. In Kablam, what's crazy is going on. So this is a real update video, Lily, and it's not just because of the fresh haircut, it's because of the Michael Jordan exterior. So the two main anime characters represent why I'm athletic. It's Chi Gary from Blue Lock, the guy with the red hair, and Jace from the Ginyu Force, And so let's get on to, before the major topic for this video, that fact that, I saw, both of my, big bellies, from Jesse and Daniela, and they're both very fine. One's Vietnamese and Taiwanese, the other one's Salvadorian, And so you see those big bellies, literally, and you rock shirts like me, you do shit like me all day, you recognize why it's a hassle. So let me explain. Literally, I got really mad when I didn't get the pregnant remix when it came to the song by R. Kelly. This the message was Chris is very irresponsible, disrespectful because after you see your dick in the vagina, not only just one, multiple ones, the movie theater, having people wake up and see you like, oh, I'm sorry there, this and that, and they still try to pull the same old trope. Really, the more you pull retardation, the more it's over. Another fact I want to state, when I was political for this video, is the reason why a gangster is a gangster, why it gets over an autistic kid, is the exact same reason why you're the autistic kid, the lesbian cop. If you're listening, if you're watching, they give you a chance, over and over again to be a victim. Instead of somebody going out of the way to change like me, really, yeah, gangster sees it on the outside, they manipulate the autistic kid. I'm sorry, but that's how the world is. Because if they give a retard like you a chance over and over again and make the excuse that you're pretty, literally, why would Drax and Winter problems when being pretty was being used against me? Literally, you have another thing coming, literally. And that's where gangsta gets the kicks, that's where they get their hope. That's the truth. The whole, meaning of what I do with, Vivi, is the exact same truth that you'd have to have knowledge of Crip and blood to do it. And, so let's get on, the main prospects. So I've already stayed Daniela, I've already stayed Chigiri, I already stayed Jace. Those are three big types of videos, going back in time, literally, for those bands like Kiss, and Michael Jackson, literally, to represent what's going on today, it's still getting fucked up, because the character, the name for the character, for Uncle Tommy, Steve for American Dad, Uncle Stom, literally, is the king of ants. Not just that, he's a badass, literally, and so it gets flipped. So what's been happening recently is that I've been having a lot of fun. Literally, I did get a pregnant ring with Stuart Goes Odd Jam, but so with Chester, literally, a new kid is coming, literally from Yessie, literally based on fucking Chester's hot fries. I know that shit's fucking hilarious, but what happens literally is I get clobbered. Literally, I look at him in his face. Literally, I says that I've been fucked up by him. Literally, look what happens. Look what happens. Look what happens with Stu League. Look, look. All that pain, literally, I go through pain like a Spartan. Literally, look what happens. I got this for Halloween, by the way. It's really good. So, also earlier, Akira was calling, in the movie theater, my daughter, that's based off the movie Akira, and the name of the creator of Dragon Ball Z, Akira Toriyama. Yes, my daughter's name is Akira, and she is hot. She's just like me. She's just like Dad. She's very smart, and she has a lot of tendencies. And in this world, the word you can absorb, she does a whole lot of shit that I do when I'm younger back at Big Mom's house. But superpowers. She's super cool. Super daughter of all time. Literally, so fun Zach. So also, before I get into detail of the video, My profile picture is not get changed for a while. I'm actually promoting family. I'm not stopping literally until family is 100% promoted, and then we're gonna put on Cursor and Elephant statue. Okay, I might draw the movies. I might actually draw portraits. I might actually draw this, and that. So fuck half I make. It's not about that. Really, I'm still growing and maturing. But as far as domestic violence, it's a joke. It's a joke. Like literally, fucking I'm seeing the clips. But I'm not seeing the whole entirety. But the whole entirety is being made fun of. Okay, by my responsibility. Okay, so with that being said, even though he's a star of Brick House Bandit, let's get on to the video. The topic of the video is why to love thy family. Now, a lot of people have, controversial feels about this. I've been through Christian facility. What did being in a Christian facility teach me? It taught me a whole lot about why God literally supposedly wants you to stop looking for a highlight, stop looking for boobs and butts, stop looking to get high. But somebody forced me in a situation where weed is medical, and that can no longer be an excuse because of the fact that you're torturing somebody inside, trying to get inside somebody's physical condition, where it's a strong girl man using a strong, black man, criminal records against him after at least a statute of limitations after he's been negotiating for over 2 years. So let's be real. What did Christian facility do? It let you hold on to God virtually, but it allowed a gangster to make fun of God politically, saying that God's subjective. God is something God make with my hands. God is this, and that. Literally, when God is good works, when God rewards you, literally, you fall back on these political excuses. What's the deal with God? The deal with God, literally, is that He's rewarding the hard work, literally, but He's not rewarding the lifestyle because He's explaining why the devil is desperate. Okay, I've worked with that motherfucker too. Obviously, by his shirt, I've worked with that motherfucker too. So literally, so the topic of this video, even though family is known for blessing each other, betraying each other, literally getting the family more debt, literally having the whole family yell at them because cause and effect. There's no point fingers because of Brick House Bandit. Anyway. That's the real person behind this video. I'm a real person, outside this YouTube. I see fans go to my school every single day. I'm not wasting this shirt like Michael Jordan. But it's true, It's very fucking true, You think that I'm doing this just for fucking kicks? Literally think that my room isn't cleaner than others, that cleanliness is closer to godliness? Yes, it's true. Even though I'm keeping it 100, literally, if more you try to manipulate me, like, oh, your teeth are just fine, your teeth are all shit been out, literally, by 21, literally, how do you still have teeth? Literally, well, I'm ready to go to this, and my mom's gonna say what she's using, says, like, you almost have a cavity, every single one is there, the two front ones, literally. And this right here, you see, literally, this right here, huh? That one look, that was hanging. That one literally was a primary one that needs to be filled. So what that means is that, no matter how much you try to manipulate me, I'm still replying with regular ed. Now, let's get on, to the video. So family, no matter how much you break it, even though family has a history of betraying each other, it is eternal. Literally, like my brother, literally, I'm just happy to see an episode of Like a Boho Days for him. I'm happy to go to the movies with him. I'm happy to pay for his ticket. I'm happy, just to be in his life. Do you know why? Because he's there where other people aren't. You know why I got that from? I got that from trifling bitches. Bitches that just want to live through a high, like my main bitch, we're happy to Lisa Zapata hang. Is I got Morales, who's gonna be under cardiac arrest. Now, information isn't bad. If you know the full information like me, literally, people think that they're smarter than Gabaya, but in reality, literally, I'm the only one going straight. I'm the only one who has the most points. Literally, guess what happens when they talk to me? Literally, they get acts of racism, little political system. I get unjust, literally, because when I left, literally, he was heated like a fucking cherry. It's true. It's very true. Fucking my wife looks like pure why I didn't get to literally look at my pros for no fucking wrong reason. I'm physically very fucking strong, and I'm very fucking strong, and it was when I was above this shit. So the reason why I make this video about family specifically is because family took me through a loop. I'm like literally when people try offer me a bad contract, let me see you take care of me like him. Okay, and the same thing goes with Sonny, because what Sonny did, literally, while I learned all those tricks from college lessons, while I learned all those R&B songs from Genuine, Tyrese, etc., guess what ended up happening? I ended up being just like Sonny, literally, and guess what family does externally? You think this video is off topic? No. When family goes to jail before you, it gets a cause and effect, it gets that sex harassment from work, and tells you good advice, literally, that means they learn from everything. That means they learn from Omar, and you learn from them, let it come to you, they learn from every fucking thing. So when you don't take their advice, you are literally putting yourself out there. You know how I'm trying to tell people be grand, literally, eat good food, literally, have money to go to expensive places. Literally, family tells you to do that shit, alright? They tell you to live life, specifically for me reading, and buying extravagant food, okay? And when you betray family, you destroy all the life. Literally, that goes for the uncle, that goes for mom. Because what mom is telling you to do is she's telling you to be civilized. She's not trying to go to the cooch. So what I'm trying to tell them is that they never gonna get to my gang. I'm so good at this shit. Literally, they're not gonna get to a gorilla into round two, which is infuriating. Literally, you see how those 3 years felt like fucking nothing. As soon as I fucking ride out of the store, it's done. No, that's not cool. It's not cool at all. So the truth behind this is love thy family because family is eternal. Literally, and when it comes, not just to my cousin, but to everybody. Um, why this is so important is because they were there while other people weren't. The same as my brother. Literally, I'm not gonna fall back in these trifling bitches. I'm gonna fall back on my brother. And literally, his word, stretches. And you know what happens when you're in a rap battle league? Literally, when you're worried about, your flow being worried, and everybody's literally doing professional, literally going in and out like this, and that. Literally, making sure that they practice. Literally, and I did my research on that. That's the rap that works out. I like families. The reason why I became famous because I just flow, which is a way of this saying something that means literally, if you do the meter, literally with me and you, yours is gonna go more up and down, but it's gonna lose, and mine's gonna keep going. It's true. It's very fucking true. That's how much I know about rap, literally. If I have one intention, you can't mix it with all these different flows, literally expect to beat me on paper when I have an original thought and intention. Okay? And guess what your brother does? Your brother literally raps like a pellet, literally fucking tells you the same thing, tells you to work out, tells you how to do this, and that. Literally, I can tell you, literally fucking the rap out league will make an excuse every single time, no matter how much you try, no matter how much do what I told you to do earlier. It's true, and your brother, souls that. Literally, and so what ends up happening is you end up loving family, and you know what happened to my grandma? My grandma had a good 88th birthday. We used to have a person series, we used to fight and shit. Literally, that the voice actor of Goku Japan is older than here. Oh, I'm gonna be so good, I'm gonna work at 40. Guess what Chris is out right now? The voice actor of Vegeta? Literally, he's invisible to some of my bitches. Do you know why? Because that's how low he is at domestic violence, and that's how, much he committed a crime. Literally, Astro is in the same boat as fucking me. Now he's rocking that Alpha Omega. Now he's this and that. Literally, guess what family is gonna do? Family's gonna hold on to fort, this and that. Literally, so I started off by saying that, family, bless each other, they betray each other, but they're always there for you. Because you're in a situation now, right, where you don't know where work is going, you don't know where your life is going, and they already ended that shit. So that's what we're doing. They're playing games with your uncle, literally, and try to get you on the inside. So you're saying, fuck that. Literally, so, I'm just saying, where it comes to Uncle David, lately, he loves people, love that family because of the diversity. I know it's hard because you're not going to be able to love your family without being in the sports. The family is, biased. So the more you play sports, the more you go out, the more you have cause effect, the more you love family. Which is why they say they're full of shit, but they have to do the same thing. And guess what happens when we go against family, literally? So if my Indian therapist tries to, literally attack me right now. Literally, see, he's not going to be in the same position because he doesn't have family there to support them. And it's very, very important that you treat your family, level of respect, and you try, to get better and have better habits because at the end of the day, they're the only ones that are left for you. So I'm just saying that, to be very specific. I had a whole series really when I had a family, on the outside. On my regular family that I was waiting to transition to, but nobody let me. So guess what? I figured out why family is family. Guess why? Literally, I figured out my mother is just mother. Literally, it's through all these events, and through all these sons of problems. And what they did was they gave me a common ground, and that's why I got more points than everybody else, and other people. But the main value of this video is why family is important.